Going to show a little bit of the gardening that's been going on here on the ground and on the rooftop. But first, I'd like to thank the couple of new subscribers I picked up along the way in the last few weeks. Try to make some content, keep everyone interested. All these rocks were from around the house area up through here and in and about. These are plants that Lucy already had in there. I just kind of went through and cleaned the area up, added some dirt, and I had to put a fence around it yet, but that's not today. A little sore from all I did yesterday. It's tough getting old. Those purple flowers, I call them violets. They may be or maybe not, but I'm going to be transplanting them out of there and putting them in the pots, different areas. She has some squash growing here. Goats have gotten to a couple of the leaves. Two plants I've strung inside, and hopefully they'll keep growing. This is from all the seeds she put outside. As you can see, they grew up through the aloe and up. And I kind of put some boards up and some rope, some squash trellis. And there's a few plants here that I put up this pole. Then I ran some rope. You see the blue rope in there. And the blue rope goes up to some fencing and rebar that I have on the roof. We'll go up and take a look at that in a minute. Oh, and for those of you who don't know, there's Skylar. He's my supervisor. He double checks everything I do. This is, she's got pot holders out drying, but this is the inside of where the plants are, the squash plants. Under the canopy a little bit. And as we go up, a couple things on the stairwell, and she has a bunch of plants here along the stairwell going up. We'll get up and see what trouble I've been causing up here. All right. Oops. Sorry about that. Almost dropped the phone. In here, I've got hot pepper plants, the long green chilies. And actually, those are the green bell pepper plants. These are the hot pepper plants here. And we come down, got all my tomato plants that I've transplanted into the pots. She has a few regular plants that she's worked on. My gravel bucket for the pots. I got 3 cucumbers going there. That is camote, which is a sweet potato. We're growing. See how she just put the tops in, or at the tops of the sweet potato, we put a few in the dirt and just let them grow. This is supposed to be parsley, but to me, I don't think that's parsley. This here is doing very well, is the Japanese radish daikon. And these are doing really well. Here I have red bell pepper coming up. As you can see, soon will be time to put them in pots. This, I have no idea what this is. It just started growing in there. This one, what do I have in here? I can't remember all the time. This one is peche, kind of like a bok choy. And I think I may have a couple of small sprouts. Some of my tomatoes that I've yet to transplant. These 3 had cucumbers in them. These look like the only 2 I'm getting to grow. And get some grasses growing in there, but I'm gonna fix that. Here, dwarf sunflowers. They grow to about 2 feet high, maybe. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4 of them so far. I'm gonna transplant, remix them in these 3 into some of the pots down here. That's all that looks like is coming up from more. I planted 2, 4, 7 seeds. I got 4 to come up. I consider that as a success. Anything over 50% growth from the seeds, or about that, I figure is good. Recently planted here, scallions or green onions. Still waiting for them to sprout. Back here, these take about 6 months from what I understand. You see the sprouts. These are individual garlic cloves that I've planted. There's 3, 6, 8, 9 of them. Let's see if I get some garlic bulbs out of them. Red asters. Still waiting on anything to come up from these. Haven't seen anything yet. Ampalaya, otherwise known as bitter fruit, or bitter melon, not bitter fruit, bitter melon. These are recent plants, so maybe in another week might see something coming out of there, hopefully. Here she's got some hibiscus and daisies and things that we were working on yesterday, along with repotting a lot of these, because the soil that I bought and the potting mix from the one vendor was not that good. When you mixed it, it felt more like it was cement. You know, it was very thick, like clay, and the water retention, even in the pots, the water would sit on top and wouldn't go down. I was punching holes in the dirt just to get the water to go down, because it was retaining too much water, and that killed a few of my cucumber plants and a few tomato plants to start with, until I realized, oh, I gotta remix these and retransplant them again. The new vendor that I went to, Cebu Plant Company, which is just up the road from me here on Macton Island, they have some really good mix I use, and I like that a lot. It's a lot lighter, more porous, better drainage. Here's one of those, like violets, whatever, with a plumeria. That's basil. I forget what she calls it, oregano, but I don't know what it is, because it's not any oregano I've ever seen. Philippine oregano. Bougainvillea. Snake plants, which we gotta repot. I don't know what this is. Anyone know if it's this variegated green? It's nice. It just started growing in that pot. More bougainvillea. And swing out here, out to the ledge. And if you remember earlier, I talked about the squash plants growing up from the ground. You come up here, and to the rope, and then to the rebar and the fencing. And as they've reached, I've started to help them along the way, attaching to the fencing here. So this one that was up here first went this way, and that way. So I put them across the top, and the other ones are coming up. They'll get here, and they'll basically fill in this side of the fencing, which will help with the sun. Philippine sun is very hot. Our giant moringa tree. And it's very hot, so you want the vegetables, you want everything to get good sun, but you don't want all day sun. Can be very hard on them, so that's why I have this shade cloth up here, rigged to keep it cool. And it's nice to sit up here and work on them, and it's also nice to sit up here sometimes during the day or evening, listening to some music and just looking out at the scenery all around. But that's kind of it, a quick update. Oh, and I had a spare blue barrel, which I throw the hose up because I don't have water up here. And I fill the barrel, and I use that Gatorade bottle. I just fill it, walk around, and give the plants a little watering. All right, this video is going a little long. I didn't think I'd talk this long, and we're gonna cut it short here. Here's me. Yes, I know, I need a haircut and a shave. I don't know how well that showed up because I just turned the camera. But just hit the 10-minute mark, so time to cut it off and see if I can get another one up in maybe a week when more action maybe starts to happen. Till then, hope the few of you who do watch enjoy.